Everything is in motion. Even if you're physically stationary watching this video, you are actually in motion and moving at a staggering velocity. The ground you are currently standing, sitting or lying on is actually spinning with the rotation of the Earth at close to 1,600 kilometers per hour, roughly the speed of a high velocity .22 caliber rifle shot. The Earth in turn rotates around the Sun at 107,000 kilometers per hour. Our solar system revolves around the Milky Way at 785,000 kilometers per hour, which is in itself travelling through the universe at nearly 3.92 million kilometers per hour. But what's any of that got to do with generating revenue? Like all matter in the universe, sales are a function of time. Whether you're selling a packet of chewing gum or an enterprise software system, sales take time to happen. They are moving through time. They are in constant motion, moving through time. And because they take time, they possess velocities, which, whether fast or slow, are in turn affected by a series of other factors. How much can the buyer afford? How badly do they need it? What alternatives do they have? Etc. But at the end of the day, two questions, and only two, matter in the world of selling. How much and by when? Both are questions related to and dependent on time. In the last 300 years, science has led us from apples falling from trees to complex theories of special relativity and quantum mechanics. On the other hand, selling, which, let's face it, is hardly comparable with the complexities of space-time, our study and knowledge of selling remains anchored in the Stone Age. Despite more than $1 trillion having been invested in CRM alone since 2006, and billions more recently in so-called big data analytics, we still understand next to nothing about how, why, and most importantly, when sales occur. It's time to change the game. To predict something, you need to understand it. To understand something, you need to observe it carefully and measure how it changes and how it's affected by different variables over time. In the world of revenue and selling, at the moment, we gather a lot of data, do a lot of measurement, but we're not doing anything like that. Telemetry was designed with that specific purpose in mind, to measure what we call time shift deltas. The movement, opportunities, prospects, leads through pipelines over time, to predict, ultimately to influence the future revenue outcome by understanding the real drivers and their relationships with revenue.